living down there, every single day I would drive by Harbordale, and being from St. Pete, you're familiar with Harbordale having a really rough history, and that's even where the riots started in the mid-90s. I'd look over, obviously I'm driving, I'd see this really dilapidated property with a horse trailer knocked over, boats up on bricks, the roof's inverted, and I'd kind of shake my fist at it because I'm thinking to myself, this is a hardscrabble neighborhood that is even further deflated by the worst building and the most visible thoroughfare along 4th Street. And for about 10 years, I just was disappointed in, this being the most visible symbol of the neighborhood. And then finally one day I go, I should look into what this is, because we fix up places. So went through the city's property card database, and my jaw dropped when I discovered the original permit was pulled by Standard Oil. And it was a Standard Oil station that had been added on to 3 or 4 times and was almost unrecognizable. So we reached out to the property owner, off market, of course, and said, hey, what do you think about this place? He didn't care at all. So we bought the place in late 2019, and I didn't know how tough it would be to restore it. We, when I first looked at it, you kind of just looking at the aerial, you figure, hey, this kind of looks like, the new drive-through coffee places like a Scooters or, the Dutch Brothers that are so popular these days. And that was kind of the goal. But we've completely gone through it. We've put in underground stormwater retention. We had to rebuild the roof pitch to match the original, put a new metal roof on it, new electrical, new plumbing. We stripped and matched the original brick. When we stripped the paint off, a lot of them were missing. I actually contacted a guy I found on Facebook Marketplace who had the original bricks from the 20s, and he went out in the middle of a snowstorm, and I said, mail me 20 of them. He goes, the shipping's going to cost more than the bricks. I said, it's well worth it. It's been a fun process. I think it started out as a sociology experiment to see if you could take the worst building in a bad neighborhood and make it better, and it's worked out.